book by Richard Sennett, The Fall of Public Men. In his book, he also mentions and finds similar
Professor Sharma ji has joined now. Namaste, Professor Sharma ji.
Good afternoon. Actually, I'm sorry.
welcome.
I was sleeping after taking medicine, so I got late.
Welcome, sir, Professor Sharma, sir.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Ugur. How are you?
Hi, sir. I'm okay. I hope you're fine as well.
Wonderful to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Ugur is highly energetic.
Yes. My all friends are super energetic.
Thank you, sir.
As usual, as our Ashish.
Yeah. Ugur, please continue. Yes, it is wonderful to listen to you. You have presented earlier, and I know that you are a super teacher. Continue.
Thank you so much, sir.
Please continue.
Thank you for your kind words as well. I'd like to keep on with, as I've mentioned, by the book, Richard Sennett's book, The Fall of Public Men. On the other hand, Professor Gülsün criticized the name public men. That's why we've changed the name public human, digital public human. She asked me, why don't you write women instead of human? As you can imagine, this is sort of a cliche words that we should maybe changing. Like in ancient Rome, in the book Sennett mentions, where people had a diminishing, lessening belief in public space, and the relations were sort of formality in public space. People have turned their way into the space that they share with their close friends, with their family. So the privacy and private area was uprising, was going more important. Like that era, the digital public space seems to have undermined the sincerity and real interactions in today's Res Publica, today's new world of digital space. With digital public human, individualism and ego have transformed into the fundamental concern, as you can see from the social applications, that they're almost all oriented in the person, in individuals and in ego, which brings about an introvert society rather than an extrovert one. This is quite similar to what was explained by Davis Reisman in the book The Lonely Crowd. There's a crowd in this public space, but they don't seem to be a family. The relations and interactions shows like or appears to be insincere because they're all introvert people, they claim. Along with the erosion in this strong public life, private life relations have also become deformed, as you can imagine. When one would like to get to know another one, a new friend, the digital tag on social area, the internet area, becomes to the basic data source, which is designated by that person in a way that he or she wants to appear. So here comes the question mark. You want to get to know Ur, but you don't have that chance in digital public space because you look at my tag on Facebook or other applications in digital area, but this is only the tag that I want to show. You just don't know if it is real, if it is sincere or not. So digital public space human suffers from this dilemma, but also the person using this kind of a way is also making use of the new world, making use of the new realm. So both sides are digital public space human. You can see the transformation. Maybe this was the reality before the internet and before the digital space, but with the digital space, this stands out as an important point. So the digital space human cannot easily identify who is who and what the other's intention is, only judging by the cover of book. What would you like to share your thoughts about this point? You see that the digital public space human suffers if this is real interaction or not. There's some big question marks in minds. If you'd like to share your thoughts, I'd be reading, listening to you. I'll keep on, but if you want to add, I'm ready to listen. Diverting from this point, I'd like to share also the digital problem. One of the problems of digital problems is that in this public space, another tool by the authoritarian regimes to commit human rights violations due to the powerful tracking infrastructure of the internet. The digital public human cannot enjoy the freedom of speech, freedom of expression, access to information, and the right to privacy. The digital tag that one must create, as we've just mentioned, when you get to know someone, there is a digital tag. This tag also must be created and exhibited in a way that meets the expectations of others. This could be the government, or this could be the other managers or people around, rather than one's own, rather than being authentic. So here comes the question of sincerity and reality again. On the other hand, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the use of digital platforms considerably intensified and exacerbated the existing risk for a digital public human on these platforms. There are some people, maybe you are one of those, who resist to this situation and prefers to be inactive or relatively passive users on social media or on the internet. This kind of keeping quiet in digital public space mainly aims to hide the involuntary messages released through appearances or style or the shared content and avatars. But this sometimes ends up in favor of digital public human or vice versa, because the others wants to get to you or the person, and the main resource is the tag. If the public space human prefers to be inactive or less active or passive in this area, he will be sort of invisible. But the invisibility is the key here. Also, again, in social psychology, it's claimed that as the invisibility increases, the social interaction decreases. So being invisible makes you more attractive in a daily language. So if you happen to be more visible on the internet or visible to anyone around, this could make less interaction because according to some hypothesis, doesn't create an effective or charming, appealing atmosphere. I'm keeping on some bit more if you let me. There's another issue that the digital public human suffers nowadays. The great majority of the world's population is confined to homes. We're all at homes. Just at the beginning, my friends have shared that they're using their daughter's computers at work, and this is my daughter's room. We're all confined to home, and education and work life keeps online. This paves the way for violation of privacy for almost anyone. Even when a person is sick, especially COVID infected and in quarantine at home, life goes on via internet. You may have suffered, hopefully you will not suffer this sickness, but if it doesn't affect you deeply, you just try to survive and be active during your classes or work. The work will be demanding again. Maintaining education online, on one hand, enables one not to be cut off daily routine. This is good part. But on the other hand, work life remains to be demanding unless the disease is severe. So recently I've heard a saying on the internet. They say, one cannot be sure if he is working from home or living at work, because life is at home, work is at home. So work, education, life, all of those stuff are locked at home, so you can't get rid of. Imagine in the past, you could just go home, and there's another saying that do not bring your workload to home. You could just spend your home time only with yourself, only with your family, only with your friends. But today, it's not eligible. It's not possible. The work is in the center of this room. The education is in the center of this room. So you don't have a real private area. The digital public space sort of invaded your privacy, sort of invaded your private area. And I also like to add the social media power, but you can exemplify this a lot. But I'd like to talk especially with WhatsApp groups. We all are active on WhatsApp groups. I can imagine that you have a lot of WhatsApp groups. These platforms make the digital public human available, accessible 24 hours, 7 days, and gives feedbacks to the interlocutor, to those who send you messages, like green ticks mentioning if the message has been seen or read, or if the user is online, or the exact latest seen time information. All these stuff clearly violates privacy. You just can't get away from it. You just have to be part of this social area, and it forcefully, urgently taking the information from you, violating your privacy. The message flood on digital public humans' phone through diverse application makes the one vulnerable and helpless in many cases. The troublesome and worrying point in this scenario is that this digital existence turns out to be an imposition. You have to be part of this world. You just can't get out. You just can't leave it. This could be interpreted as the imposition of digital space, public space, to one's private space. Just as I mentioned, like the room, the world, the load goes home. The phone, the WhatsApp, the digital life is 24 hours in your pocket, 24 hours you're in there, you just can't get rid of. In accordance with, again, what Richard Sennett mentioned with the paradox, as I've mentioned before, as the close contact, visibility and availability increase, sociality and interaction decreases. So one probably does not enjoy being so much online, so much accessible, so the sociality and the interaction suffers, diminishes, or lessens. I think I've spoken a lot. I'd like to hear from you. I think I should sum it up. What do you think, dear Sharma or Nitfa, Ashish, Madir, other professors? So you say that there's the chat button here. Good evening, madam. Recording, please. Yeah. Is it me who made you mute? I hope it's not me. Oh no. Record reaction, invite. Please unmute me. Why did I do that? I didn't do anything like that. Sorry, sir. I'm trying to find out where I can unmute you. On the left, you say participants here. No.
Well, only the host can unmute.
I'm not the host, right, Ashish?
Yes.
Who is it? Who is the
Coordinator faculty.
Okay, thank you, Karu.
I
Actually,
thought it was me. I couldn't do it.
No, not you. I know because you don't have that control. I was indicating to Professor Raghu or someone from the tech team to unmute me. So, wonderful to have you here. I really enjoyed the way you have shared your knowledge. And in fact, friends, you may be knowing that he's a tour guide.
You just keep it in your mind as well.
Yes. And he's an expert on, say, like guiding on foreign languages. And
Yes. If you
he's
happen
very,
to chance to be in Turkey, I would be enjoying a tour with you, leading you, guiding you everywhere around.
yes. And you are most welcome to come to us. Visakhapatnam is a beautiful city. It is nowadays the film industry is paying special attention, and
Oh,
particularly
famous
you will
for that.
be happy to know that there is a real Russian-made submarine. It is a real submarine, but non-functional. So they have put it on the shore, and the many film shootings, it appears into that. Yeah, it is very beautiful beach area. So you go there, you enjoy the beach, you enjoy the our Indian Ocean from that side.
I will please ask you to write its name so that I can check it online.
Then Dr. Raghu will tell you more things about it. Visakhapatnam, we will tell. It means it's a very popular location. So
It's INS Kursura Submarine Museum.
so that way we will be happy to have you sometime in future among us like that. So friends, if you have any questions with Dr. Ugur, you are most welcome to ask. You have noted that so brilliantly in an excellent way. He has, given us his insights, the way how we can use social media and other things, and particularly digital platform is very important. Everything nowadays it is happening on digital platform. Ordering for the food up to giving a piece of our mind to the political leaders,
Yes,
everything,
you're right.
everything goes on digital medium. Even we are talking now using digital medium, sitting around more than 6,000 kilometers away in Turkey. So
This is the world now. This is the world we live in. We can't get
yes,
out of it.
yeah. And friends, I was requesting you to kindly start the recording. Professor Ugur has given such a wonderful speech, and we missed the recording of that. I indeed sent a message to the tech team, but perhaps they were also I know that it is not their fault because they were also busy in listening to the beautiful voice of.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
He
So
made
everybody
all.
was attentive to the screen. But now they can start the recording.
His lecture was
So
exciting, enlightening, and all the crystal clear facts regarding COVID pandemic 19 period. And I would like to add one thing, sir, Ogar and Sharmaji. We need to prepare for the worst in near future. Suppose when there is no internet connectivity and electricity, we cannot even expect anything. Even this is also a possibility. What is to be done? We have to think about from now onwards.
I only worry about mosquitoes if there is no electricity. Rest is manageable. You cannot keep killing the mosquitoes with bare hands.
So welcome to day 7 deliberations. Dr. Douglas has joined, our beloved head of the department, and other faculty members, and Professor Sharmagaru, and Ugar, and Ashish, and all the distinguished personalities, and well-disciplined participants and distinguished guests. Welcome to the 7th day of 21 days FDP program. And now I request Dr. Douglas to introduce Ashish.
Good evening, respected Ramesh Sharmaji. Sorry, I missed 2 days deliberations due to office work. We are getting ready for the examinations, which will be commencing. Actually, today also we had lab exams for engineering students, and from within 1-2 days we have theory exams both in the morning and afternoon. So just we are gearing up for offline examinations, and that's why I was little engaged in that. I couldn't join the group, so I'm extremely sorry for that. Kindly excuse me. I'm so thankful that we have Dr. Ugur with us, and for his excellent introduction, for his extempore, non-stop wonderful things he was sharing. I'm so thankful. Especially this evening, I am privileged to have maybe an young and dynamic Dr. Ashish Mishra with us. When I was going through his biodata, I was wondering, yes, that new generation, the new blood has come into the system, and they are going to bring wonderful things for us. So we have Dr. Ashish Mishra with us. He is working as an assistant professor in the Department of Education. Once again, we have a teacher educator with us with all the new dimensions that are being brought from that field into a us all the inputs. And today we have Dr. Ashish, young and dynamic. He is presently working as an assistant professor of education at Jagat Taran Girls Degree College, a constituent college of University of Allahabad, at Allahabad or Prayagraj, which we are now calling it as. And earlier he worked in many positions as a teacher educator. Then basically the UGC JRF, through which he has done his PhD at University of Allahabad. He has been awarded the Doctor of Philosophy, DPhil, or Doctor of Education in 2018 from University of Allahabad in the topic a study of emotional intelligence, personality, classroom learning environment, and self-concept as predictors of achievement in commerce among higher secondary students. So I could able to see that he is not only a teacher educator in Faculty of Education, but he has a very strong backing of commerce with him. And when I saw his credentials, he is a university gold medalist in his BEd, maybe one of the topmost from that too from Benares in the university. So we know the products coming from Benares in the university. Every time they have a mark if they present anything, and I know today certainly we are going to have an excellent presentation from Dr. Ashish Mishra with us. I now hand over this session. Before that, I request Dr. Ramesh Sharma ji just to say a few things about him and the area in which today we are going to have. I'm so thankful to Dr. Professor Raghubabu sir, the coordinator of this program, for giving me this opportunity to introduce Dr. Ashish Mishra. Thank you so much, sir. Welcome, Ashish ji, for this evening session. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Professor Douglas. Yes, we missed you for 2 days, but
Yes,
we
sir.
knew that you are busy. Means it was with some, genuine reasons that
Yes,
you were away. So, but thanks for being with us today. And for the benefit of my great friend, Dr. Ugur from Turkey, I want to share one thing before Dr. Ashish starts. Ugur, Ashish comes from a place which is in the older time, ancient times used to called as Prayagraj, but later on when the British people came to India, they ruled us for around 200 years. We could not send them back before that. We were slow in shunting them out from India. But anyway, they changed the name it to Allahabad. But the government again now just recently it has changed the name. This city is considered to be as very, very important on various fronts, and its historical significance. It is the city where two of the mighty rivers of India, the Ganges and the Yamuna, they meet, and then they both converge into each other. And then from there, the third river, I think I hope I'm correct, Ashish. You may
Yes,
add
sir.
something to that. So the
Sir,
another river, it goes, and then means it continues with the name of Ganges, and it falls into the Bay of Bengal via Bangladesh and Sundarbans and all those areas. Not only that, so that is the geographical significance of that city. It has a very high political history also of being the place of one of the oldest universities of India, the Allahabad University. Many important personalities being studying there, being the administrator in that. So this Prayagraj now is one of the leading educational cities in India. Also, everywhere you will go, you will find the request for paying guest PG accommodation and bookshops and selling small items, because students from many places, they go there for their higher studies. So like in that way, that city is a very interesting, very wonderful. I thought of sharing that piece of information with you, because sharing our cultural history with each other always enriches our understanding about the culture from different uh, regions, and that way. So with this, friends, I hope that you were means you got some background information about our friend Dr. Ugur there. He is, you may be knowing that already announced to you, a faculty member in the School of Foreign Languages at Balıkesir University in Turkey, and a PhD student in Anadolu University, where you heard of Professor Gulshun a few days ago. And altruist teacher in essence. His research interest, they lies into educational interaction, social justice, ecological framework of distance education, and higher education for that. And then he keeps, it means he enjoys in interacting on vocational foreign languages classes in the field of this is very interesting, tourism guidance. That is very much, and the essence of that is student centered learning. So focusing on that way, that is the specialty of Dr. Korkmaz. So good, thank you so much. It has been a wonderful it is a pleasure to listen to you. You have a wonderful voice also. I think many people, you must be in very much demand for voice over projects, of giving your voice to some projects, because you speak so well, so wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank for all of you guys. You're so nice, you're so kind, and you give me opportunity to express myself right here. This is so kind of you. I'd like to spend all day with you, but I'm sorry that I have a class which begins in 5 minutes. I'll be asking you permission to be leaving.
Yes.
That has been a great opportunity and experience for me. I'll be waiting and looking forward to meeting you again, inshallah. Hope someday I'll be back again.
Yeah, inshallah. And take care and say our bye. Hi,
very nice
hi.
meeting with you, sir.
Thank you.
It
Thank
is
you
bye
very
to you,
much.
but hi to your students.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Good night.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, take care.
See you, sir.
Now over to Ashish.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Douglas, for explaining and giving introduction about me, because I have some small achievements, but sir has mentioned it in a big way. So thank you, Dr. Douglas.
It's
Thank
a
you.
to have
Thank you, Professor Sharma, sir, to
Just
give
a
me this
minute.
opportunity.
let me
Yes.
stop you. Let me stop you for one thing. Professor Douglas, please see the sincerity of Ashish is that some time ago I introduced him to some workshop, and he is such a means sincere person that if you see, he is using a lapel mic now. He purchased a specially new computer machine so that he can conduct these webinars and online sessions without any technical difficulty. Not many of
Yes.
you will find the people that who will invest into, and that machine was expensive machine which he has
It
got
was due
for
to
himself.
motivation got from people like you, sir, especially you.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful.
Please continue now.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And in continuation, I would like to extend my gratitude to Professor Raghu Babu, sir. We are again meeting on this platform. Once we have, I think we had a meeting in December last year. So this time also, the interaction is going to be very lively, and mostly the best wishes to the participants who have joined us, because they are the main stakeholders to whom we have to give something that we already have. They might be experienced and comparatively more experienced in some other fields also, because everybody has some specific skills or content. But I would like to share my own experiences while using video conferencing tools and how it can be made effectively. Its use can be made more effective so that our teaching works can be performed seamlessly. So I would like to share my screen, and it would be good if someone make me co-host so that I can share the screen also.
Chaitanya, please help Ashish.
Yes. I'm waiting for me to work as a co-host so that most of the controlling options I have. Okay, right now I'm just going to share my PPT with you. And in the meantime, if I will be made co-host, then I will be sharing and showing you more things. Actually, I'm not able to share my screen.
Suresh, can you hear me, Suresh?
Sir, please, sir.
Yes.
Sir, you can share the screen right now, sir.
Okay, can you make me co-host also?
Sir, actually for this only one host is there, sir. No co-host, sir. So you can only share the screen, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Is my screen visible to you?
Kindly start recording the session, please. Actually, we missed recording our Turkey speaker speech. It would have been great. That would have been saved. So at least now the session is beginning. Can you please start the recording? Thank you.
Okay, sir. Should I wait for recording to start, or should I move, sir?
No, they will do it. Ashish, you please go ahead.
Okay,
I know
sir.
they are.
Okay, sir. Is my PPT visible to you all, sir?
Yes, it is visible. Yeah.
Okay. So today we will be discussing the topic, which is understanding various aspects of online teaching video conferencing tools. We have so many video conferencing tools to teach our students and interact with them. but some of them are paid and some of them are open source, and some are in between that. Up to some extent they can be used freely, but if we want to use their advanced features, then we have to subscribe them by paying a definite amount for them. Now we should move further. What is video conferencing actually? It's a very common term, but here for your kind reference, I would like to share one or more points about what is video conferencing. So video conferencing is a visual communication session or meeting between two or more users, and regardless of their location. Means they might be located far away from the actual host computer, but they can be brought on a single platform so that we can interact while doing a video conference. Earlier, before the outburst of COVID, most of the companies were using video conferencing tools or techniques for their official meetings, especially if the participants of the meetings were located in far-flung areas of the country, as well as it may be abroad also. So regardless of their location, featuring audio and video content transmission in real time, as we are doing via Zoom app, we are doing video conferencing, having some more features. The next point that I want to emphasize is that initially, video conferencing softwares only enabled users to make video calls or hold group video conferences. Means this was the earlier case before 5 to 6 years back. But recently we have found that as technology advanced, video conferencing software required plenty of helpful tools and features for remote communication and learning, means to make learning and discussion more interactive and live. Next is today in present scenario, video conferencing is rather a tool for integration into video collaboration and unified communications platforms that also offer screen sharing, as I am sharing the screen right now over this Zoom platform for you all. Slideshow, I'm just showing you the slide. We have the option to select entire screen of your machine, or to select a particular tab, or to select a particular web page, or to select a particular PPT. I have right now selected particular PPT presentation. Slideshow, recording. We can also share recordings with you. Instant messaging, as we are doing via chat messages, just for the sake of communication. Say for example, earlier due to some reason, Professor Sharma got muted and he was not the host, so he was unable to unmute himself. So he was using this particular messaging app, chat messaging tool, to communicate his or her self, himself actually. And project management tools, telephony integration, among other features. Means these are some extended features of a video conferencing tool, because earlier they were not the part of video conferencing tools. Next one is point that as an increasing number of companies as well as educational institutions switch to remote work, as we are doing right now, means the participants are participating in this particular FTP, and we the teachers or we the communicators as a resource person are interacting with you just for the sake of transfer of learning and creating a virtual environment, or we can say a virtual classroom where we can interact with each other. Remote work as well as video conferencing is gradually becoming the new normal. It's becoming the new normal now. Earlier, it was not find to be normal, used to be normal, but now it's becoming the new normal for the world over. Shaping the way we communicate, learn, and work means we are communicating and we are learning and working together with the help of these video conferencing tools. So this was the conceptual background of video conferencing. Now, what are the advantages of video conferencing that we have? First, we can do brainstorming for ideas having video conferencing sessions. With the help of brainstorming, like the resource person along with the participants can brainstorm our ideas for a particular topics or for a particular topic, so that lots and lots of ideas may come, and resultantly we will be having a sound solution for a problem. So the brainstorming is also possible via video conferencing tool. We will be having a demonstration session also after this presentation, where we will find how to brainstorm using online polling techniques or online quiz platforms. Next, it also supports near life impressions, almost near life impressions, with the help of HD videos and high quality sound impacts, having speedy internet with high broadband or high bandwidth capacities. We can feel almost real life impressions via video conferencing tools. We feel as we are in actual classroom, as we do with offline classroom when we meet face to face. Means it's not exactly like that, but here I'm using, it is almost near like impressions. Now next comes secured communications. Most of the video conferencing platforms follow strict security norms as far as entry in the video conferencing tool or meeting is concerned. We find at the left top of this Zoom screen, there is a green symbol which reflects its meeting is secured and encrypted. As we use WhatsApp chats, there sometimes we find these chats are one-to-one encrypted. Means these chats usually are more secured because other party accept you and the destined receiver cannot read what you have written or text, because messages are encrypted. So here also the video conferencing tools are more secured and highly encrypted. Next, it also saves time. If you have to attend a physical face-to-face classroom or offline classroom, then you have to plan for that. You have to leave early to reach on the time. You have to face traffic. So all these things are not required to be present via video conferencing tool, because we join via computer machine with a good quality internet. So we need not to cover physical distances. So resultantly, it saves much of our time. But it is not recommended that all the classes should be taken in digital forms. But we can use the blended learning approach to make our classrooms or our teaching learning more fruitful. Meeting with ease. We do not need to worry. If even we have joined a bit late, we can easily join and attend the same. We don't have, if we are not formally dressed up, then we can, for a time being, of our videos so that others cannot see that we are not formally dressed, but it is not advisable for a video conferencing. Otherwise, the core purpose of interaction will get defeated, because face-to-face interaction is very much important. That is why we are using video conferencing platforms. What are the various modes of video conferencing? We have various modes of video conferencing. The first one is point-to-point video calls. What are these calls? These are simply the video sessions involving two participants who can see and hear each other simultaneously. And video calls are perfect for face-to-face communication with your colleagues, or we can say students. Means only two participants. As we use earlier, we were using WhatsApp video call, one-to-one video call. It can be referred as an example of point-to-point video calls. Now, in WhatsApp also we can connect more than one person to have a video conference. Now, next one is multi-point video conference. What is this? This is the full duplex video session involving more than two participants, more than two here, mind it, who can see and hear each other simultaneously, as we are doing here via Zoom platform. Multi-point video conference is similar to a round table discussion where all participants have equal rights. When we are going to provide each participants an equal right, then it is up to the participants that they must be very disciplined. Otherwise, background noises in the form of unmuting and other background disturbances may come out from the background of the respective participants if they are not disciplined and vigilant. So, if we are going to give equal controlling powers via video conferencing tools, then we have to, it is the first point that we have to consider, that our participants, all the participants must be very vigilant and alert. Multi-point video conference is similar, means we have equal rights. This video conferencing mode is perfect if you need to engage all meeting participants, as we use meetings, important meetings, when we have 6 to 8 participants and we want to engage all of them in the current meeting, so we can use multi-point video conferences. And for your easy reference, I just would like to say that in most of the cases we use the mixed modes of video conferencing in place of the individual mode of video conferencing. We use a mixture of the video conferencing modes to suit our own requirements. The video lecture, a video session where the speaker can see and hear all the students, as we see in recording rooms or video conferencing rooms, while the students can see and hear only the speaker. They cannot interact with the lecturer or the teacher. This way, the students easily focus on the learning process and don't get distracted by other students, as only the teacher is visible to all the students. And while the instructor is able to monitor each of them, means the teacher is monitoring each and every one, but the students are only able to listen and watch what the teacher is presenting for them. So these were the modes. And last one is all hands meeting. What is this? Very commonly used video conferencing mode, featuring two primary types of meeting roles as presenters and attendees. I will show you the Microsoft Teams app, video conferencing app, where we will be finding the two roles, presenters and attendees. Usually the host seems to be presenter in most of the apps, and host can transfer the hostship as a co-host to the other to make the other participant or attendee as a co-host or host also, as the case may be. Presenters can participate in a meeting with audio, video and content, while attendees can engage using chat box, reactions. We can also send reactions via Zoom platform also. If the participants are able to do, they can use the reactions so that they can understand what the reactions do during a meeting as a feedback or push to talk. This mode is perfect for large scale meetings, as we usually have in our classrooms, and some for some of the commercial product demonstrations. This is the virtual classroom, typical virtual classroom. Here we can see that the teacher is in a controlling room or studio. He can observe all the attendees or participants, and he can control the class. So this was a picture showing what is virtual classroom. Now we have to discuss what are the various tools for virtual classroom. We have video conferencing that presently we are discussing. We have online whiteboard for real-time collaboration. We do whiteboard in Zoom also, and we also have other specific applications or softwares who provide us online whiteboard facility for real-time collaboration. And in most of the cases, the annotation or remote control facility is also embedded in video conferencing tools to make video conferencing more collaborative and feel like real-time classroom. Next comes next comes instant messaging tool. I have already explained it, as we do through Zoom chat. Next comes participation controls. We have lots of participation controls to whom we want to give hostship, or to whom we want to provide facility or control of screen share, to whom we would like to give entry into the video conferencing, or to create breakout rooms for smaller group discussions, as we do in micro teaching practice. Breakout rooms, what are these? A small meeting room or a separate part of an internet meeting. We can also form breakout rooms via Zoom app also, where we can create more than one breakout rooms or small rooms, where participants can be assigned automatically, or the participants may have choice for a particular room where they want to enter. There are two conditions. If the breakout room is selecting the participants automatically, then participants have no control where they would like to go. But if the choice is of participants regarding to which breakout room we have to enter, then the teacher is able to mention the these separate rooms, the names of these breakout rooms, so that participants may join the required separate rooms. Suppose, say for example, if a small breakout room has been created to discuss theoretical part of the class, then if the participants is facing with some theoretical understanding, or lacking some concepts that are the part of theory, So he or she may join the breakout room which is dealing with the theoretical aspect of the class. And on the other hand, if another breakout room has been created during the meeting, say for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, to discuss the practical aspect of anything, and a participant wish to join the breakout room which is dealing with the practical aspect of the classroom, then he is free to join. So the breakout rooms are very useful while we are using teleconferencing on a larger scale, so that a separate practice room or breakout rooms can be created for specific attention, to give specific attention for the desired participants. Otherwise, the whole class will get disturbed. If we had created a breakout rooms, then the particular breakout rooms will be dealing with the specific problems of the participants, and other participants will not get affected by their peer participants, because the breakout room is there to help out regarding the participants' specific problems. Now, these are some popular virtual meeting platforms that we have. This is the indicative list with the joining link also. You can have a cursory look at this. It is not that important. You all might be knowing the names, at least 4 or 5 of them you might be knowing from the list. Now, what are the advantages of virtual classroom? With this slide, we are moving to the end of my PPT presentation session. Then we will switch over to practical session, and we will be dealing with interactive quiz platforms also, and some of video conferencing tools will also be demonstrated for your ready reference. So these are the advantages of virtual classroom, or that we can have with the video conferencing app, access to coursework from anywhere at any time. Multimedia support is always there with video conferencing tools, that too in virtual classroom. Then we have combination of structure, schedule, and freedom, because video conferencing meetings can be recorded and shared to the participants, especially our students who were not present in the virtual classroom, just because there was some problem for them and they were not able to join on time. And also for repetition purpose, if we have a recording, then we can refer it so many times in future to make a particular learning environment more repetitive and more concrete. Because when we observe anything more than once, then its image becomes more perfect in the learner's mind. Now it's proving very time manageable, and effective time management can be done with the help of virtual classroom. We can schedule a meeting. We can have virtual classroom even in midnight if the country and culture allows. So we have effective time management. If somehow someone has or had missed the classroom, then he or she can refer back the link of the recorded meeting via so many platforms, especially over YouTube channels. Now, expanded worldview and diverse lecture, because with the help of a virtual classroom, we can cover broader areas of the world. Means we can even communicate with the persons which are far away from us, residing in some other place, like some other residing in some other country than India. So in that case also we can have their opinions, their cultural belongingness we can observe, and we can interact with them without the need to travel to meet them. So we have a expanded worldview because we can gather a larger proportion of the participants with the help of virtual classroom or with via video conferencing tool without bothering about the difficulties to travel in physical form. Asynchronous discussions with classmates. Here I would like to mention, if we are chatting and communicating in real time, like as we are doing right now, then it is an example of synchronous discussion or chat. Otherwise, if we are not interacting in real time, then that interaction or reaction will be asynchronous type, because we are not meeting in real time situation. Especially the learning management systems nowadays emphasize asynchronous discussions very much, just because learners can schedule and have freedom to attend the content as per their requirement and as per availability of time. Immediate feedback on this. I will show you that how we can have immediate feedback on tests. It is going to be very interesting for you all, I think. It sharpens digital skills for both the teachers as well as the learners, because if we are attending the virtual classrooms as a student, then also we have to have some machine, internet connection. We need familiarity with all these things or digital skills, and by this way we get our digital skills sharpened more and more. Now, what is effective virtual classroom? As we talk about effective offline classroom, we have lots of maxims and rules to make our face-to-face or offline classroom effective. In the same way, we have some of the points to make, or some of the we can say techniques to make our virtual classroom effective. Mobile optimization. Many virtual class applications now have support for smartphone and tablet devices, offering even more flexibility than before, as we use Zoom via browser app, and also we can use Zoom through the Zoom app in our installed in our mobile phones. Enhanced collaboration. If our classroom is collaborative and it's means the tools of video conferencing are making enhancement in collaboration, then it's very, very effective virtual classroom, and it is going to be a very effective classroom, virtual classroom, because your students are not near each other, and doesn't mean they cannot interact and collaborate. Sometimes we do annotations when someone shares screen, like in Zoom also. So we have remote controls also. For what? For which purpose? Just to enhance the collaboration. So group learning and forums are very popular methods. Okay, my battery is low. I'm just giving it the power. So the group learning and forums are very popular methods for building relationships through the classroom. Interactivity, whether it's through simulations, flipped classroom setups, or real world case studies, virtual classes have the potential to be more than just listening to an instructor speak. Means the listeners will not be a passive listeners if we use our virtual classroom effectively. Online applications offer a high degree of interactivity when it comes to engaging with the material. Now, these are some potential drawbacks that we should know of virtual classroom to be conducted via these video conferencing tools. First one is that Virtual classrooms cannot be accessed in areas with limited internet connectivity or a lack of compatible hardware, etc. Means if you have a very old machine and is not compatible with your latest broadband bandwidths, then you will not be able to fully utilize the bandwidth of your Wi-Fi, internet Wi-Fi apparatus. So your hardware as well as your software, and not only this, you can also say that internet connectivity must be updated or must be up to date so that we can participate or we can take virtual classrooms seamlessly. Otherwise, it will be difficult to be a part of virtual classroom using these teleconferencing tools. Since students as well as instructors are not physically near one another, keeping the focus of the class can be a challenge. Suppose, say for example, if the participants have switched off their videos and we, the teachers, are delivering something for them, then it is not possible for us to keep watch over each and every participant because the video is muted, video is switched off. So we don't have a real-time feedback as we had in face-to-face classroom when we look at the faces of the students sitting in the class, just to have feedback from them. Their facial expression is also a great way to have feedback from them. So keeping the focus of the class is a challenge somehow in an online class or classes via teleconferencing tools. No direct control over the students or classroom. Yes, obviously, if we are physically far away from each other, then it's obvious that we are not having the direct physical control over the students or class. We have a virtual control only. Suppose if a student is disturbing the class, distracting the class and creating background noises, then only we can do that. We can mute that particular student, or if he is breaking the discipline more and more, then he may be removed out of the meeting also. But we cannot physically control, we cannot have physical control over the students' activities. Next one is no direct control over the learning atmosphere or environment. Suppose you are sitting in your AC room, but the student is sitting in extreme cold condition or in a hot condition, then his or her condition cannot be controlled via teleconferencing app, so that the teacher must decide his or her classroom or interaction to be it more friendly, user friendly for their learners. So if a student is not able to attend the class due to extreme climate conditions, then he or poor internet connectivity, so that his learning atmosphere is getting affected. So there is a way out that recordings can be provided to the students later on for their ready references. Sometimes enrolling into online live class or courses can be costly for small institutions. Suppose bigger institutions and universities like NU and all can purchase very costly softwares pricing in lakhs to have full features of video conferencing, but some of small institutions are not that capable enough to purchase the licensed versions of some of the effective and user-friendly softwares like Steam and all. So it may become a hurdle for small institutions to broadcast virtual classroom via those licensed apps. So this is also a very great drawback. Next is students lack real-time teaching experiences. When we talk about your virtual classroom, students really feel real-time teaching experience because emotional touch is not there present in virtual classroom. There is to the traditional student-teacher collaboration. there is a risk of traditional student teacher, as we are Indians, and we have studied a lot that in Indian conditions, idealistic conditions, teacher and taught must have a very healthy relationship. Teacher must love his student like as his or her own children. And on the other hand, students are expected to obey and respect their teachers also. So here, via virtual classroom, this feeling is not present. Last but not the least, lack of socialization. Attending the classroom in isolated home or rooms or drawing rooms cannot fully provide the atmosphere for socialization of the learners. This is also a great drawback or potential drawback of a virtual classroom, which may be conducted via these teleconferencing tools. These are some expectations versus reality in classroom situations. So I am not going to pay much emphasis on these points, because we all know that if internet connectivity is poor, then we cannot expect a good classroom. If we have only a specific place in our own house where internet connectivity is good, then also we cannot be all time connected, and we have to sit uncomfortably because we don't have required necessities at that particular point of your home or house. And when video calls don't live up to your expectations and broken videos come out, then also you get disappointed. When you need to deal with some serious lag on online quizzes, means you have launched a quiz, but student is not able to answer it just because he is not having a good internet connection or some software issues. When you become too comfortable with online sessions, usually you start engaging yourself on other works also, like cooking, like listening while sleeping, all these things, which drastically affects your learning. When you are trapped by the illusion of having no deadlines, sometimes we find that online classes do not have that typical deadlines, means sometimes deadlines get relaxed due to your self-pacing approach of performing your particular coursework. Then these illusion of having deadlines may prove fatal for your readiness to submit your assignments. When you are told to dress formally for an online session, it may happen that you are not dressed formally. These are some video conferencing tools popular: Zoom, GoToMeeting app, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, Cisco, WebEx, Jitsi, except Big Blue Button. I have used all of them, and we are going to discuss some of them also today while I will demonstrate them. So first, let me stop this presentation as far as theoretical background is concerned. Now we will switch over to some interactive session. So I would like to start first of all introducing, or I would like to introduce all with Microsoft Teams that our institution is using nowadays. So I'm just starting my share screen. Say for example, you can this whiteboard also. This is for your ready reference. You can write while dragging the cursor. And suppose if you want to type some text, then you can simply select this text option. And now you can write and it will type over this whiteboard. Say, for example, my name. When I was the beginner using this blackboard option, I was simply dragging out the cursor to write on something, and I found it very difficult to tag it all the time because the writing speed gets hampered. Otherwise, if we want to write flawlessly, we can use this text option. We can also have this draw option where we can draw this something. We can draw the lines. We can spotlight something. Suppose we would like to spotlight with the help of torch like this. I am spotlighting my name, select these lines. We have another option of this, like pointing an arrow towards the particular point that we want to focus. We can erase also with the help of this eraser. Yes, we can use this eraser to remove unnecessary text or material on your whiteboard. You can undo the things like this. You can redo the things like this. You can clear the content, means all drawings, clear my drawings, clear viewers drawings. Sometimes viewers also get permission to annotate and draw on the whiteboard just to make this whiteboard more interactive. Then if the presenter wants to clear viewers drawings, you can simply select this. It can be shared also as a saved also as PNG, and it will be saved, and the Zoom will be redirecting you to the particular place where your this whiteboard content had been saved. Then we have lots of color formats. We have eraser, we have stamp. We can use these stamps, and we can also drag the lines. We can also draw the lines. We have all the options of interaction, and a teacher can use this whiteboard to communicate with the listeners or learners or attendees to express himself verbally or in the written form side by side. Now I'm stopping the share, and I would like to move towards the Microsoft Team app to get you familiar with this app. I'm again going to share. Just going to share my full screen so that I would not to reshare again and again. Now, this is what we call MS Teams. Is my screen visible? MS Teams screen is visible to you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, this is the platform of Microsoft Teams that our college is officially using to teach our students of undergraduate as well as postgraduate classes. Now, we will look some of its basic features to have understanding. Suppose this is the icon showing the various activities. What are the various activities that are going or that are taking place? It can be seen and goes from here. Next, the chat option is there. Anybody can chat synchronously as well as asynchronously via this chat option. Means a student can chat during a class also, and a student can have a asynchronous discussion after the classes. The basic feature of Teams app is that its scheduled classes never ends. Means anytime you can join and restart your previously scheduled class. Now this icon represents teams. Here teams represent our different classes. Suppose we have these teams. This is the default staff room team where members of staff room meet and they discuss about the activities, and the staff meetings may take place here in this staff room team. Here simply team denotes the classes. We have BA3 education classes, For this team, with the help of this team, this is meant for my BA third students of education. Then this is BA 2 education. And this was the first and foremost team created when our new website was inaugurated. And this is the BA 1 education, the recently joined batch whose syllabus is ongoing. Now, suppose if we want to see this team BA 1 education or BA 2 education, we can click here and we can see these activities have taken place. I have scheduled a class on creativity on Monday, last Monday, that was March 15th at 6 p.m. So all the activities and classes taken by my fellow teachers, including me, can be reflected with this particular window when we select a particular team. Like these are the activities representing BA 2 education classes. We can also record the classes. This is the calendar from where we can schedule the new classes. This is an example of already scheduled class, which is highlighted with blue color. And we can schedule for today's class like this here. If we click on calendar, then it will ask to add title, means simply the topic. Then required attendees can be added up. It is an optional feature. Then we can have the dates, we can alter the timings, and we can have all day meeting schedule or limited specific 30 or 40, 50 minutes classes. Then we can get the command daily classes scheduled at this particular time or only once. That's not if it means only one time. Add channel. Here channel means the class that we have to teach. Suppose if I want to schedule this class for our BA Part 1 education, we will select BA 1 class and like this. Add location, it's optional. You can add New Delhi, Allahabad, or Turkey, whichever the place from where you would like to take the class. And you can also give them the indication as I am typing join this class before, or we can simply say at 4:45 p.m. means 5 minutes before the start of the class, and we can then share this screen. We can save this class. Now, when we will be saving this meeting, it will we have to wait for some time unless and until we get the schedule written here in this section of calendar. So it may be due to some network error or some software issue. It is taking too much time. And suppose if we want to edit controlling options, here it is very important to control the meeting. Otherwise, any student will join the meeting and be treated as presenter if you have allowed them to be presenter. So each and every time it requires a command. Say, for example, I am showing you the example here. If you click on this section of the meeting where the meeting schedule is being shown, then you will be having this dialog box of my earlier meeting from where I can edit it this time. If you will be editing this time, it will be again showing you these pre-filled fields, and you will be having this icon that is meeting options, from where each and every time if you are scheduling a new class, you have to give some commands as I'm going to give. These are the meeting options. This is the topic of the class, that is creativity, was scheduled on March 15th, 6 to 6:50 p.m. I was the teacher. My name is showing here because I have already been onboarded into this platform because this is the paid one and only official entries are allowed here. Now we are having these meeting options. So who can bypass the lobby means who can enter without permission? Only me. If it is clicked, then nobody can enter into your class, as we do with waiting room in Zoom. So here we have all the options, everyone, people in my organization, only me. I have kept it and set it to only me, so that in future any student cannot join unnecessarily and create a class. Always let colors bypass the lobby. If you have selected only me, then it will not allow you to yes. Otherwise, next one is announce when colors join only. It will give you the notice and icon and sound that from there you can have a feedback that someone has left the meeting or someone new has joined the meeting. Now, who can present? Usually, the presenter is the teacher. I have set it to only me so that no other student can present the screen to disturb the classroom while I am actually teaching. Allow attendees to unmute. It can be set to no and it can be set to yes. If you want no interferences from the part of students, then you should put it to no. Otherwise, if you want an interactive but disciplined participant, interactive classroom with disciplined participant, then you can allow unmute attendees. Then allow reactions, yes. As we do with Zoom reactions, we also have reactions here in MS Team. Then it will be saved from clicking here on Save button. And when you start your class, then you can change this these meeting options in between the class also. Say for example, if the class starts and you do not like to get interrupted when each and every student enters the room, then you can simply set it to people in my organization and guest option. Then students will automatically join the class. So this was all about these meeting options. Now, I would like to show you interactive quiz sessions, and the particular software that I have chosen, or platform I have chosen, is Socrative. It's very user friendly. Most of the features you can use without paying any license fee. So here it goes. First, you have to log in. Means the participant, you are requested to log in as a student, and I will be logging as a teacher, so that we can have an interactive question answer and poll session for next 20 to 30 minutes. Now it will be showing like this. Sir, is my Chrome screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Now, as a teacher, I have to log in as a teacher, and I'm going to click this as a teacher's login. Now, this is the platform which is named as Socrative, and in chat box, I am providing you the link where you can join as a student. You have to type Socrative student login in your respective machines. Then it will show like this. Then you have to click this student login. It will be asking your name. You have to write your name. Then only it will allow you to join. Suppose as a student, I have joined via other app, means Ashish. Yes. Okay. Now I'm just going to start some of the activities which is available on this platform. First is quiz. Here, this is my username randomly given by the Socrative web. And this is the free version that I am using right now. And this is the launch of quiz. We can launch quiz, we can launch space race, and we can launch exit ticket. Exit ticket will be launched at the end of my session, just to have feedback from you. We have options of multiple choice, we have options of true false question, and we can create short answer type questions also. Then we have another tab of quizzes. where we can have already pre-structured question and answer links, and we also can add quiz like this. Suppose if we want to add quiz, we have to simply click this add quiz tab. We can import, but before importing, we have to be very careful that it follows a particular format of Socrative, and I will be showing you how it works. Suppose I have to create a new quiz first. So click on create new, then it will ask the name of that particular quiz. Suppose I have typed the name quiz 3. Align to quiz to standard is a very high quality feature where we can align students or means questions for students based on some predefined standards. It is not very useful for us right now. Suppose which type of question we want to add. Multiple choice question or short answer question or true and false type questions. Suppose true and false. Delhi is the capital city of India. We have to give the answer also. I'm selecting true. The answer is true, not false. And we can also give explanation. Any explanation. If the answer have more than one correct answer, then we can give explanation for the best answer. So I'm just writing a comment. Obviously, you can also type as per your requirement. You can also add images by clicking here. It will ask the images to be selected through your this dialog box. You can select JPG, PDF, and other files. I'm not going to select this time. I have just shown it to you for your ready reference. And from here you can click it just to save. Now I'm going to launch this question. Launch. No, I have to save first. Yes. Save and exit. I was missing that accidentally. You have to save and exit. Otherwise, it will ask you to save and exit. I have saved. Now I'm exiting just to launch the question for you, the participants. So quiz. I have lots of options to choose from. I'm just choosing this quiz option. Next. Now I have 3 options. If instant feedback is to be provided for our student, then I will be selecting this one. Otherwise, open navigation, if we have more than one question, then I will, if you will select open navigation for your students, then they have the option to attend the questions as per their requirement. If they want to skip second and go to third, then they have the possibility. But here in this instant feedback setup, they are not able to skip the questions. And last is teacher based, means when I will be offering you the next question, then only you will be able to attend the question. Otherwise, you have to wait for the question to come. So these are the 3 options. I'm just selecting this instant feedback. Now start. Now I have launched the quiz activity. For participants, I'm just going this link. You have to type. Participants, you have to type in your student login to join MISHRA1252. This is my room name. So please come and join just to have an interactive quiz session so that you can have the feedback how it works. So participants are requested to join like this. Say for example, you have to log in as a student. As I have logged in, a student login, you have to write my room name, and my room name is this. MISHRA 1252. You have to put room name here like this, as I am going to do. MISHRA, then the code is 1252. Mishra 1252. 1252. And if you click this 1252, okay. If you click this, it will ask your name. You can write your name also so that I can see and observe. You can use your nicknames also. This activity is just for the sake of practice. So you all are welcome to join. Nobody has yet joined it. Participants, please join this question and answer session. Yes, I'm waiting for you to join. Yes, one participant has joined, Monica. Others are also requested to join so that we can have an interactive question and answer session, and that too can be practiced by you with your students also. Yes, Monica has provided the correct response. We can hide names also like this. If we hide the name, then the dot will appear. If I will click it on, then it will show the name. Yes, 2 students have joined. Show responses. If we have selected this active mode, it's active mode, then the responses will be shown. Otherwise, the responses will not be shown, given by respective participants, and results will also be not shown if I switch it off. If I switch it on, then result will be shown. And the active results can be seen from here, the result section. Yes, this is the result section. Yes. 3 of them have joined. 4 of them. Yes. 1 more minute to attend this particular question. Then we will switch to the next activity. All the participants have selected the right option. So the class total is showing 100% result. 100% correct responses from the part of the participants. Okay, I'm just going to finish this activity and going to start another activity for you. Finish. Yes, finish. After clicking this finish button, the result will be prepared and you will not be able to answer it further. And after this, you can share also. Export feature is only available with Pro features. So it means this share feature is only available with Socrative Pro feature, which is the paid one. On the other hand, you can export it in the form of PDF file, or you can also download it from there. Okay, and you can also save it to Drive. So I'm just going to launch another activity, that is space race. Here, the teams will be randomly formed, or it can be formed as per my wish also, and you are invited to join this space race. I am just going to select this quiz VCT 02 option. Next, icon will be shown with the help of rocket. Number of teams will be selected from here. Suppose 3 teams. Countdown is only available with Pro feature. Then start. Now this activity has been started. Space race. There are 3 teams: blue, magenta, and lime. And you have to again re-log in with the ID just to be a part of this space race. Participants, please join while typing MISHRA 1252 if you have not joined earlier to participate in this space race, so that it can be decided which team has won. So I am waiting for you to join this session. Yes, still waiting for this, the responses. Till yet, nobody have joined. Simply, you have to log in as Socrative student, and you have to enter my room name, that is MISHRA 1252. Then you have to click join. It will ask your name. You have to write your name. You can use your nickname also if you want to hide your name, and come and join this space race. Nobody is joined yet. Yes, I'm still waiting. Okay. Nobody has joined, so I'm just going to finish this space race. Otherwise, the space race would have shown that which team has won, blue, magenta, or light. You can also practice it with your students. Now, this is the result. Yes. Now I'm going to launch this exit ticket option of Socrative, where a teacher in his or her own classroom can get feedback from the respective audience or students about his class. Yes, I'm just going to start this activity, exit ticket. 3 questions will be asked. Question 1 and question 2 are already there in written form, and you have to respond, and you are requested to join again in the same manner by typing MISHRA 1252. One candidate have joined, one participant have joined, and you have to respond the 2 questions. Mind it, participants. The last one, that is third one, will be asked by me, and you have to respond accordingly. Means first and second are written and present already there, and the third one is just to check the attention of the students. It will be oral or oral questions, oral question which will be asked by me after a minute or 2 to conclude this exit ticket quiz session or activity. We have 4 participants with us. They have responded question 1 and 2. Third one will be given to you, where you will be responding as per my oral question. On the basis of my oral question, you have to respond. Then only I will finish the session. I'm just waiting for one more minute for you to interact with this platform, via this platform of exit ticket quiz. We can also use this platform with your own student. Just I'm using with you. And these responses can be recorded and shared back to the persons concerned. Yes. We have 5 participants right now. All of them have answered all the 2 questions. So I seek your attention, participants. Now my question is, was my session fruitful or not? You have to write yes, fruitful, no, not fruitful. The last question I'm just going to repeat. Was my session fruitful or not? This is the third question of exit ticket, from where a teacher can have feedback from the student by verbally asking and putting a question before them. Yes, I'm waiting for the last response. Okay, thank you. The 2 responses, yes. Yes. Okay, thank you, participants. So I'm just going to finish this exit ticket activity so that we can have the results also. You can also use this feature of exit ticket while you are dealing with your student. Yes, we have the options. Okay, suppose a feedback has been come from a participant that fruitful, but we need this recording for future reference. Okay, so this with this application of exit ticket, we can have the feedback from the students or participants about the content taught to them in a particular class. So this was I just want to show you the last feature, that is how to import quizzes. Quickly, I am just going to demonstrate. You have to click quizzes, then you have to add quiz by creating new question, as I had already told you, and by importing also. It will ask you to import quiz. We have to choose a file. Suppose this is the file from where I can import question. It was already framed by me last night or a day before this, well in advance, well day before this lecture. You can be having this like it is now being imported. Yes, quiz imported. It is showing like this. Now you can also have the look of that particular template in which you have to type. This is the Socrative quiz template that you should know about. Like this, it's opening. You will be having a template. You will be having a template like this. If you want to import pre-written questions to the Socrative app, these are the instructions for you. Quiz name, you have to write the quiz name here. Like I have written A1, means you can write okay, quiz name only. Suppose quiz 1. Okay. Then question type, you have to choose question type. Here by clicking in this tab, in this particular cell, you will be having various options. Open-ended question or a multiple type question. You have to select accordingly. And if you have selected open-ended, then you have to ask a question that, as I have asked, what is ICT? Because it's an open-ended question, then you will not be having any options. So this is the gray area, because it is not a multiple answer question, multiple choice question. Next one was multiple choice. It was number of what are the number of days in a week. You have to write 3, 7, 6, 2. We have provided 4 options, and we have to provide the right option also. The B is the correct answer. We have to provide this. And if we move further, we will be having explanation optional column, where we can write explanation for the answers to be uploaded in Socrative app. So this was all about my presentation. Now I'm going to stop my presentation. Thank you very much for patience listening. Sir, over to you, Professor Sharma, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ashish.
Welcome, sir.
Full presentation. Can I have Professor Sharma ji, Dr. Douglas on the screen?
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ashish, for giving this wonderful presentation. I can't speak more because मेरा lungs capacity नहीं है, but it is good. And I request Professor Douglas to proceed.
Thank you, wonderful Dr. Ashish, for your
most welcome, Professor Douglas.
Because you are really talking about what we are really missing in virtual classrooms. Presentation may be good, teaching may be still good, but still that human element is being lost in many of the virtual classrooms. I really feel for it. When we are just, and 99% of the students, they, as you mentioned, switched off their cameras, switched all the mics were off, and we could able to see they are there. Their names I can read. 49 names are there when we take in a Google Classroom, but even we speak for 1.5 hours. When we talk about communication cycle, that there should be a response coming from the listeners, that is almost all gone, and we find, thank you for touching every element of the human element, our socio cultural aspects that are there in the classroom. Hope we'll be maybe using this in a better way for our classroom effectiveness, but still I really appreciate we'll be back to the classroom. We maybe at the back end of this, certainly we want these modern gadgets to come to us so that it will be a continuous information passing to us, but every aspect of your presentation was very wonderful, and I'm so thankful to you, Ashish, Dr. Ashish, for giving us this extensive lecture. Thank you so much.
It is very nice to hear this kind of appreciation from people, learned people like you, sir.
If there are any questions, friends, please feel free. You can type it into the chat, or I don't know if you can unmute yourself. But if there are no questions, then we can close, and we look forward to Ashish to you again tomorrow for
Yes,
another
sir, sure.
interesting session.
Sure.
Then
I'm just
we will
waiting
close
for the
this session for
participants.
today, sir.
Sir.
When there are no queries from the participants,
Yeah.
we will close the session for today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr.
Okay.
Asif, once again.
Bye, everyone.
Douglas.
Most welcome, sir. Thank you, organizers. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you,
Sharma.
Sharma ji. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Raghubabu, sir, for this wonderful evening that you have given to us.
Thank you, participants, and all the best for completing this FDP on time.
Right, sir, Doctor.
See you soon, sir.
Okay. Right.
Okay, sir. Should I leave now, sir?
Yeah, please
Right.
close it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you very
everyone.
much. Bye, sir.